Tonight on the Night Team, the violence continues. 6 people shot at a Louisville party overnight, 5 of them children.
We must hold other people accountable beyond the trigger pullers. There are other people that were responsible for the acts of violence that took place last night in our city.
We are hearing from local and national leaders on what is being done to curb the senseless violence in the metro. Policies and legislation changes, something local advocates against gun violence are demanding.
This is senseless violence.
The cries and calls to action from mothers who lost their loved ones in deadly shootings. And later,
the 71st WHAS Crusade for Children total is...
The 71st WHAS Crusade for Children has now come to an end, but the life-changing impact is far from over. We bring you inside the telethon that's raising millions for a cause near and dear to our hearts. The WHAS11 Night Team starts now. Well, what should have been a happy party kicking off summer, that turned violent after shots rang out. In total, 6 people were shot, including 5 juveniles. It's our top story here on the Night Team. I'm Alex Dieterer. The party was happening in the parking lot of a mostly abandoned strip mall on Raggard Road, just off the Greenbelt Highway. Police say shots rang out just before 1:30 this morning, hitting 6 people. All 6 were then taken to the hospital, where police say they are expected to survive. However, the violence has shaken many people in the community. WHAS 11 Night Team's Taylor Woods talked with community leaders as they look for solutions to end the violence.
Shoes and empty alcohol bottles are left behind in this parking lot on Raggard Road after an exchange of gunfire at a party. Louisville Metro Police say 6 people were shot just after 1 o'clock Sunday morning. 5 juveniles and 1 adult were transported to U of L Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
We're sick and tired of waking up on spring mornings like this Sunday morning and hearing that juveniles just earlier this morning in our city were hit by bullets.
One of the businesses in this area near Pleasure Ridge Park was holding a party before it turned violent. Mayor Craig Greenberg has already looked at the video from the chaotic gathering.
I'm no gun expert, but it does not sound like a legal gun was used to commit that crime.
There are no suspects at this time. Greenberg is asking the community to step up and help find the person or group who are responsible for the shooting.
Was it the promoters of the party who let it get out of hand? Was it others that knew what was going to happen? We must hold others accountable.
He's also calling on lawmakers to put policies in place to end the senseless act of violence.
It's just heartbreaking when you see something like kids being shot in a parking lot.
U.S. Representative Morgan McGarvey is a member of the Gun Violence Task Force in Congress. He says they're already working on solutions to tackle gun violence.
Making sure we have things like universal background checks, making sure we have things like red flag and other laws that can actually prevent guns from getting into the hands of people who are going to use them dangerously.
It's disappointing for Chris 2X, Executive Director of 2X Game Changers, to hear about the acts of violence.
When you hear 6 being impacted like this, you know, it's a sad state because you know that the problem is not really getting necessarily really better.
2X says it's all about investing in the youth to steer them away from violence.
Who knows what happened last night? Our hearts are saddened for these families, I can tell you that straight up.
In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
Right now, LMPD has no suspects in this shooting and are asking the public for help. Anyone with information is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line. That number right here on your screen is 574-LMPD. You can also use the online portal. In Akron, Ohio, 1 person is dead and 26 people are injured after a shooting overnight at a large street party. The victims' ages range from 19 to 33 years old, most of them in their 30s. One victim, a 27-year-old man, was killed and 2 others remain in critical condition. Police say the shooting erupted just after midnight in East Akron. One witness said there were hundreds of people at the party enjoying themselves before the shots rang out. The mayor is now begging for solutions to these acts of violence.
Level of violence in our community and frankly in communities across the country is out of control. We have to hold people accountable when they commit violence. That's the only way to keep our community safe.
Police say more than 200 people were at the party that night, and in a joint statement, the city's mayor and police chief both say the city of Akron is reeling after the devastation of senseless violence. This gun violence is even more disheartening as June marks Gun Violence Awareness Month. Advocates today gathered in Ballard Park, filling the area with a sea of orange in honor of Wear Orange Day. This day serves as a reminder of all of the lives lost to gun violence, like 17-year-old DeJuan Coward, who was killed in 2021 right in Ballard Park. Photojournalist Addie Hill and I share the pleas of mothers who have lost their children to these senseless acts of gun violence.
Again, these are individuals in our city who have been killed by gun violence just this year. Dion R. Smith.
On June the 7th, 2021, I received a call that my son had got shot. On June the 9th, they finally told me it was over, that my baby was not going to survive. It turned my whole world upside down.
Takeo L. Thomas.
All I got to say is enough is enough. Put the guns down. We done lost too many.
Kevin R.
It's time for everybody to live. We want to see y'all grow. Just let it go. Whatever the beef is, let it go. It's time to stop.
Jashawn Crook.
Be about your community. We don't have to live in Smoketown to be about Smoketown. You don't have to live in the West End to be about the West End.
Jeffrey Wayne Wilson.
Part of our mission as an organization is to educate the public. And so this is an opportunity for us to spread the word and educate the public about the epidemic of gun violence in our country, and to help enlist others in the drive to notify our legislators that something has to be done, that we've got to start looking at our policies and our laws to address this epidemic that we have in our country. It seemed like we all just talk at each other or around each other or over each other, and we've got to start talking to each other.
Wear Orange Day was started in memory of 15-year-old Hadia Pendleton, who was shot and killed in 2013. Her friends commemorated her life by wearing orange, which is the color hunters wear in the woods to protect themselves and others. Approximately 119,000 Americans are victims of gun violence every year. The celebration of the greatest boxer of all time has officially begun. Muhammad Ali Fest has returned to the Derby City, and today was the centerpiece of the festival, the Community Carnival. Take a look. Every event this week is inspired by Ali's core principles. Those are confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. People today there say that this week helps showcase the love Muhammad had for his hometown, right here in Louisville.
So when Muhammad and Lonnie Ali were building the Muhammad Ali Center, they looked at cities around the world. I mean, New York and London and LA and lots of places Muhammad was universally beloved. But they chose Louisville because it was Muhammad's hometown and he believed in the city and he wanted us to give back to the city. And this is a living embodiment of that. We want to celebrate Louisville.
Events run through the rest of the week, and for a look of the entire festival, you can head to our website, WHAS11.com.